And it's Feeling You with Vic the Brick Jacobs right there. And PJ right over here. We're so glad to have all of you with us. What a week. I mean, NFL preseason games kicking off. I was so excited. I was so pumped up just to see what would happen with the Raiders, just to see what would happen with the Giants. Even though I know it's not the starting lineups, but in some cases, like look at Cincinnati starting Burrow, it was, right, Vic?
Tremendous weekend. If you love the NFL, you've been reborn.
Yeah.
I feel I've been reborn, PJ. As you can see, I've shaved my beard. I
Yes.
have a clean cut look because
Very clean.
I'm auditioning for a new Korean boy band called MWA De La Soul.
There you go. There you
So
go.
I've totally changed my look. I've transformed. And as you can see, my new sumo hat,
Yes, I love the
gi-
hat.
given to me by a good friend Phil Suji,
Oh,
who turned us on to Robert Vargas.
nice.
And he's a great photographer. Takes some amazing shots and of Mother Nature and of course his beautiful wife Ruth. And he turned me on to this hat.
It's
And
great.
so the sumo flavor is everywhere, but the NFL flavor, PJ, as you say, is everywhere.
Yes.
I watched a lot of games, especially the Los Angeles Rams
Hmm.
backup quarterback, their number one pick in the draft, 13 overall, Ty Simpson.
Right.
He had a sensational game. I know. Listen, I know it's just backup. You're not seeing all the defensive wrinkles, but he was 22 of 25, 190 yards, two touchdowns, no picks. And he said it was like playing in my backyard. I
Yeah.
mean, Simpson had that much confidence to come in. I mean, the Rams got a lot of heat for this pick. I gave him heat for this pick. This was a reach. Everyone thought Alabama played maybe a year,
Hmm.
and he comes back. It comes into the Ram system, and it's all about where you end up. What system drafts you really dictates your future in this league.
Really does.
And you could see, being under McVay, who's loved his command of the game, even though it's just an exhibition. But they're in Kansas City. You're at Arrowhead. You're still on the road, and you're not playing with your first stringers. You got your second and third stringers, guys fighting for a job.
Right.
And Simpson looked fantastic, PJ.
No, I thought so. I thought, and again, like you said, Vic, he's not seeing the schemes that he's going to see if he gets into the regular season and plays.
It just takes a snap for Matthew Stafford to go down.
That's it. And then all
You
of a
think he's going to
sudden,
play all 17 weeks? Remember last year? He
yes,
had a bad
yes,
back. They didn't
yeah.
even know he was going to play Matthew Stafford.
No, you don't know. And as good as Ty played, when you get in there in the regular season where you're seeing all the schemes and all the setups and everything changes, you know, but to say that this wasn't a great start for Ty would be crazy. It was. It was a fantastic start for him. Like you say, he's on a great tree, with McVay and those people pushing him. And down the road, who knows, and hopefully he'll get a season or two of maturation before he has to actually jump in and take over because it's tough to jump, and they're saying the same thing. And I know you watched the Raiders game, and Mendoza had a very good game, but again, he's not played against the starters. And if you watched him carefully, he made a lot of mistakes, but he also made some good passes. So you see the genesis of great stuff in both these guys, really, right?
Fernando Mendoza, I thought was tremendous. I
Yeah.
mean, 10 of 16 and 97 yards, the one touchdown, which was a laser. I mean, he threw a laser. I said, you look at the way he threw that pass.
Yep.
Only his receiver could have received it. It was such a quick release, perfect placement, and it wouldn't matter if it was a first team defense out there. That was going to be a touchdown pass for Fernando Mendoza. Yes, they lost the game, but it's not about winning and losing. It's how you're executing the offense
That's right.
and how you can drive a team downfield. Confidence in your play calling. Team showing confidence in you. And Mendoza is going to be. I think he's going to be sensational. He's the perfect quarterback for Las Vegas. And PG, you heard his remarks when they asked him about, have you been to the Strip? He says, "Oh no, No, that's like the haunted house on Halloween when you're a kid. You don't go near this. You don't go near there. I'm not going near the strip. I mean, you love his attitude. He's really he's the perfect quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're going to play in Vegas, you better have that attitude because,
Yeah.
I mean, right? You'll lose every dime you have and more. I mean, I love Vegas. It's a great place to go. Obviously, great place to have fun, but to live there and have big money, you're in trouble. So he's got the definite right attitude to stay afloat there and kind of be a clean white bread guy that just kind of goes through it and does his thing and moves on. I think is brilliant. Brilliant for him.
And PJ, another brilliant effort. I thought the Los Angeles Chargers.
Woo.
I know it's just an exhibition, but I've never seen an exhibition offense rack up close to 400 yards in an exhibition game for the Chargers. I was very impressed. This
Yeah.
was, let's face it, you're in Houston, who destroys you in the playoffs.
Yes,
You still got to beat this team when it counts. It's good to beat them in exhibition season too.
absolutely.
At 27-7 in Houston. Of course, it wasn't the Houston's top defense. They have a great defense, but still, the Chargers' offense looked good.
They look
When
good.
you rack up close to 400 yards in offense,
Yeah.
that's a good day for your offensive unit. So I was very impressed with the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh's it's now his third year.
Hard to believe.
They got a lot to prove.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mike McDaniel's the new offensive coordinator. Obviously, Herbert, will not play in the exhibitions, but that's the whole crux of the season is getting Herbert to the next level,
Yep.
and that's going to be the question mark, for the Chargers. But to beat Houston in Houston, 27-7. I know it's an exhibition, but you got to feel good if you're a Bolt fan.
Anytime a team plays with vengeance, even if it's not the starters, it's good. And it shows that they want to win. They've got this compulsion to beat the other team, and that's what you need. So, yeah, I liked it. I love the way they played. I know it wasn't Herbert wasn't there, but, at the same time, look, you never know. Like you always say, it's one step away, and Herbert could be on the bench hurt. So it's good to see that these guys can step up and at least have that kind of intensity to go after it and play with that. No matter who they're playing, doesn't
How
matter.
about my New York Giants?
Yeah,
PJ Jackson Dart goes down.
yeah,
He goes down. Why he's even in there, I don't know. But John Harbaugh has a new attitude. He's looking for toughness because this Giant team has been horrific the last 15 years. He's changing the culture slowly. And here's Jackson Dart gets buried in a blitz, goes to the blue tent. Giant fans are holding their breath. Jackson Dart, that's their season.
ooh,
He's their season.
I know.
Comes back off out of the tent. First play throws a touchdown pass.
Yeah,
So you have to feel good about that. That the Jackson came back, but still, New York Giants.
oh,
A lot of people are predicting maybe 8 wins, 9. Which would be incredible. Maybe not. I don't see them in the playoffs
no,
because obviously you have to get to a very tough NFC East. The Cowboys are much improved. The Eagles are always there. The Commanders are the only team really. The Giants, I think, have a shot to beat in that division a couple times because the Eagles are good. Eagles strong. Let's face it, the NFC East is always tough.
it's tough, very
But
tough.
Harbaugh is changing the culture, and they lost, but it doesn't matter. Jackson rose up from a potential horrible injury and threw a touchdown pass. The Giants fans got to feel good.
Yeah, no, they have to feel good. What you can't feel good about is that Dart has to take himself out of these situations because, you know, one too many blue tents and he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. And you can't take those chances, and it's like he's got to be careful. One of them was his fault, one of them wasn't, player didn't get blocked. But at the end of the day, you got to just be super careful in that, you can't be a gunslinger because those gunslingers get mowed down. You got to persevere. You have to be safe. You got to get rid of that ball quickly and not take those hits. long term, you're not going to make it taking those hits. And like you say, everything relies on him for the Giants just to make it to 8 wins this season. It's got to be him. So
Well,
they got hard
Harbaugh
work.
is changing the culture.
Yep.
John, he's a fabulous coach, and I have confidence.
Yeah.
As a Giants fan,
I
listen,
know.
it can't be any worse. I
It could
mean,
never be worse.
it can't be worse. So it's only they will ascend, and how far, how many wins they get, 7, 8, 9, whatever. At least they'll be competing this year, and I think that's a breath of fresh air if
Yep.
you're a New York Football Giants fan.
No, it's exciting for them, and I don't know. As in your face as that is, what's still confusing to me is Cleveland because they're going back and forth with Watson versus Shador, and it's like I think Watson outplayed him in this
John
last game.
Watson looked good.
He looked good, but
He hasn't
that's
played in years.
I
PJ,
know.
remember, he used to be a sensational quarterback
Oh yeah, back in the
until
day.
all his off the field issues popped
Yeah,
up, and
yeah,
he was sensational.
yep, yeah,
Deshaun Watson was a gamer. He was like a Lamar Jackson,
right, right.
back in a couple of years ago, before the chaos entered his life.
The skills are there, but it's always the mental side of it. And
Exactly. How do you get back to that? And yeah,
how
and
do you get,
and Shador, let's say Shador is no chopped liver.
no,
Shador can play.
he can play.
Here's
He can play.
Cleveland's got a good problem.
Yep.
I don't think they're going to make much noise, playoff wise. But their
No.
quarterback rotation, you're right, PJ, is fascinating.
Yeah, it's fun to watch because you see good things in both of them. And like you say, with Deshaun Watson, just the skills are there. The guy was a phenomenal when he broke into the league. But at the same time, all the issues and all the problems, all the mental, you know, acuity goes away, and all of a sudden you're just left with skills, but you don't know how to apply them, and you're not applying them correctly. It's tough. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be fun though. It's all fun.
PJ coming out of camp, just a quick glimpse. I mean, everyone loves, of course, Seattle with that incredible defense.
Oh yeah,
The Rams right there.
right there.
Lions are getting good reviews. Chicago Bears offense getting incredible reviews
Yes.
with Caleb Williams. Defensively, question marks, but offensively, the Bears look sensational coming out of camp into the exhibitions. Lions look tough, and the Cowboys offense off the hook.
Off the
Everyone's
hook.
got a lot. Of course, every year everyone wants to see the Cowboys win. They always lose, but this year seems to be very optimistic out of the Cowboy camp as well.
Well, they've got it. What is Vegas? 25-1 that they make the Super Bowl. That those aren't bad odds. If you have a little
No,
extra money, put it down on there because they could slip in with that offense, and if they do, you're going to make some money. So it's not a bad bet if
it's not. It's not because that offense is so high octane.
high octane offense and another fun one to watch. If those guys can stay healthy, that's going to be a lot of fun to watch too. And to watch Jerry Jones' face is the most fun for me. Win or lose, I just love watching his face. He lives and dies with each play, and it's so funny and entertaining to watch. So yeah, I mean the NFL is setting itself up for a incredible year, and just an incredible year. So we're off and running there. The
um,
Dodgers,
and
we got to
off and
talk about them.
running with the Dodgers and the Brewers.
Yeah,
This weekend series, PJ, it goes to show you how essential that Scooble deal was for the Dodgers. Because last night they were at the mercy of Mizrowski. Um, the Wiz was sensational. The
unreal.
Dodgers can't beat the Wiz.
No,
Not many teams can. He's your Cy Young winner in the National League. So by acquiring Scooble and keeping him away from Milwaukee, let's say it goes down to the NLCS. It's the Dodgers and Brewers best of seven. And the Brewers somehow did acquire Scooble at the trade deadline. Then they're throwing Niz and Scooble, and they got other really good pitchers
yeah.
at the Dodgers in a best of seven. I don't know if the Dodgers win that series.
I honestly, I don't think they do. And give some credit to Pat Murphy because this guy knows how to play, especially against the
Yes.
Dodgers. He knows how to play small ball. He's got his team coached, which I wish the Dodgers were a little more this way, of to sit on it and wait. You don't have to swing on every pitch. This guy has his team watching the balls and strikes. They're really not out there reaching for balls. They're not doing that. So they're getting on base. Then he plays a little small ball. All of a sudden it's 4-1. And guess what? He's got great pitching behind him. And you got to tip your hat. I said this last year. I don't know if you remember, I was talking about Pat Murphy.
I remember you love Pat Murphy.
I love him. He's my favorite manager. And I also said, you better watch out this year because they're the team that could squeeze the Dodgers out. And I still believe that. And even a little more so now, because they've got some more angst behind them because they got squeezed out last year by the Dodgers. These guys are playing to win and they're playing tough and they know how to play the Dodgers.
But shows you the brilliance of the Dodger front office and Andrew Friedman, El Presidente of baseball ops,
Yeah.
by making that deal for Skubal, not only to bolster, the Dodgers staff, which has been, beset by injuries every year. That's just the status quo. But to keep him away from Milwaukee shows you, if they had him,
Yeah.
by the power of the Miz. Yesterday, it just shows you the Dodgers can't hit the Miz. They had no game plan for Miz. They got the triple from Ohtani, and that was it. But bases loaded. Here comes Dodgers only other threat. Here comes Ohtani. Here comes Freddie Freeman. He strikes out both guys.
104 miles an hour, it's impossible to hit this guy unless he makes a mistake. You got it. But there's the thing, Vic, and that's where I'd love to see more coaching. Even with the Miz, you have to look for the mistake. Their Dodgers are out there, Ohtani and Freeman out there swinging, and I don't blame them. They're seeing the ball coming at them that quickly, and they've got about a second to decide or a half second what they're going to do. So it's very, very tough. And then he's got movement on it as well. But at the end of the day, you have to hold back. Maybe stop swinging at the first pitch every time. You put yourself in a hole. Ohtani is so amped up, and I think part of it is because he sits. He's not pitching. He's sitting, waiting for his turn to come up. And you see it. He's so amped up when he gets up there. He's going after that first pitch. Somebody's got to get to him and say, you know what? Oh, sit back on the first pitch. Make them pitch to you a little bit. Make them come to you. Get them in a hitter's situation rather than always being behind in the count and they've got the advantage over you, where they can throw two balls in the dirt trying to get you to swing at one of them. You got to get out of that situation. They need better coaching about how to not swing at every pitch, not reach for every pitch, and Freddie is guilty of it too, but the difference is Freddie does these golf ball swings and he hits it.
Yes.
Right? I mean, he's just amazing, amazing, amazing. But some of these balls he goes after, nobody else could even hit, but he hits them. But yeah, I think the Dodgers really need to settle in. They need to become more of patient hitters, and right now they're not.
Listen, I know it's only mid-August, PJ,
Yeah.
and everyone wants to play down the series. It's just another series. It's not.
Ooh, it's not.
It's not. This is an NLDS, NLCS preview.
Yes.
Of two teams. Obviously, now it's a two-game lead for Milwaukee. It's the best record in baseball. Dodgers
Yeah.
took it two back. Skubal, I believe it's a must-win for Skubal to show that he can come up big in a clutch situation today. So the Dodgers would gain a game and be one back with about 40 to play.
Yeah.
But
Vic, I'm losing the top of your eyes. Come down a little bit. I'm losing you in the picture. Yeah. Scoot down a little so we can see your face. There you go. Hey, but no, you're so right. This is a preview to the series, and it's fun. It's like everything else. It's great to watch. All the maneuvering that's going to go on. I think one more thing I want to say about Dave Roberts, who, as we all know, is an excellent manager.
He's the best.
But I think he needs to get out of the philosophy of he can lose the first game in a series because you're throwing away the first game in these series.
Well, that was Edwin Diaz.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
it was Edwin Diaz.
Yeah.
And again, he throws him back out there the next night.
Yeah.
And luckily, he somehow survived the inning.
He survived.
Extremely shaky. PJ, his ERA is like 11.
I know. 11 runs in 12 innings.
He threw him back into the cockfight the very next night. And I respect that about Dave.
That was good.
Because he even says, what are my options?
Yeah.
What am I? Tanner Scott is a setup man right now. Although I love Tanner Scott, he's had a great year. He'd be a guy to save.
Yeah.
But in the playoffs, in the World Series, PJ, remember who got the final outs for the Dodgers in their 3 World Championships.
The big Y.
Julio Urias, remember?
Yes.
Walker
Yes.
Buehler,
Yeah.
and the Big Yama.
The big Yama.
These aren't closers. These are your starting pitchers who they insert to get the final 3 outs when they really need them. So you're not going to see all this crap coming out of the Dodger bullpen in
Right.
the World
Oh,
Series or the NLCS or
yeah.
Diaz,
Yeah.
because you can't afford
You
to
can't.
have Diaz pitch in those situations if he can't do it in the regular season. Vesey is getting lit up.
Yeah.
Dry is getting lit up. Enriquez is the only guy showing some consistency, but they say he's young. I say I don't care if he's young if he gets the outs. Put Enriquez out there.
Exactly.
Try and forget about it.
Yeah.
Phillips is still working his way into shape. Dave doesn't have many options, out there.
No.
That guy Halderson came up, pitched a great inning. He's back in the minors. I mean, they don't see him as a closer.
No.
So he's got to find out Diaz. That's going to cost you. It's already cost you 3 games with Diaz. And these games count. It's like people say, oh, it's mid-August. Well, you know what?
They all
come
count.
up September, and you're 1 game behind Milwaukee.
Yep.
And you've lost. You're a wild card.
That's right.
Atlanta slips in.
Yes.
And you're number 3 in the National League, and you got to play a best of 3.
Yep.
You don't need that. Dave doesn't. This is the team's getting older. Let's face it. They're great, but they're a little bit older. They need less stress. You want to get the easiest pathway possible to the World Series. So you don't want to be the wild card. You don't want to see the wear and tear on Mookie and Freddie and Ohtani-san.
Yep.
You want to close out with at least 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And luckily Ohtani might be back. PJ, he threw 35 pitches bullpen session.
He's looking good. He's got to go though. They got to somehow. I mean, I hate to say this already, but they're running out of time. They've got to get him 4 or 5 starts before the playoffs to be so that he's on his game. You just can't take any pitcher that's as great as he is and just throw him in and say, okay, now you're pitching. He needs some starts to build up to that. And Vic, if you look at this, they're starting to run out of time already to get him ramped up in time so that he's at full kilt when they need him. So yeah. I mean, the time is now. It's great that he did the 35. He's got to get ramped up, get in that lineup soon, and pitch some games so that he's ready when the time comes. Because it's coming fast.
And PJ, the baseball gods are smiling on the Dodgers because Freddie Freeman went headfirst into the dugout.
Scary. Frightening.
On Friday night. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
He could have been out for the rest of his career if he hits his head on the concrete. He was amazing athleticism by Freddie to fall correctly. But remember, that's a big body. Freddie's a big guy, man. 210. I don't know what he weighs now. He's a big dude, man.
Yeah.
Again, where were the Kansas City Royals? So everyone says, okay, they were the other end of the dugout. You know what? I'm the Kansas City Royals. I got nothing to play for. I'm seeing a future Hall of Famer in trouble. Even though I might be at the other end of the dugout, I'm racing over.
Yeah.
I don't care if my teammate say, "What are you doing?" That's the opposition. That's Freddie Freeman. That's freaking Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
One of the greatest ball players in the history of the game, and he's in trouble.
Yes.
And I see him floating by our dugout. I'm going to be down there to at least help him not fall.
Wow.
Everyone says, "Oh, the Royals weren't there. They shouldn't have been there." It's the end of the dugout. I don't care. Get over there and help. To the Kansas City Royals, you should have helped Freddie Freeman, man.
Oh.
If you're a ball player on ball player.
Yeah.
There's no unwritten law that you don't help the opposition. You help the opposition.
Yeah.
You don't want to see a ball player suffer an incredible, horrible, catastrophic fall. You see the brick.
There it is.
Be in a position to catch Freddie. You see the brick. That's the freak to dog me. Yeah.
Oh,
that's Freddie Freeman.
Nice. You had to do it.
Everyone's saying, "Oh, they weren't there. They didn't have to be there." No, you be there. You see the play developing.
Yeah.
It's a high pop. You got 4 or 5. You got 2 or 3, 4 seconds. Get over there and help Freddie.
Listen, there were a couple guys standing.
I might be in the minority in this. I don't care.
Well, you probably are, but there were a couple of guys standing right there that could have helped. They kind of tacitly reached over to, but he was already falling, but they could have been the ones that I thought could have helped out a little more just to break his fall
Yes,
a
break
little
his
bit,
fall.
just break his fall. Because I saw the red marks on his face. He hit his face on the concrete, and he didn't say anything about it. And it could have been really, really bad. And as you say, career ending for him.
Yes,
How awful would you feel? I don't care if you work for the Kansas City Royals or the New York Yankees. If you don't reach out a hand and try to break his fall a little bit, you do that for anybody. You would do that for anybody. And Freddie's probably one of the most loved and liked guys.
most popular ball
Yeah, yeah,
player.
of anybody. So I get that you're fighting, and I get that it's a war and
What are they
all that
fighting
stuff.
for? They're 20 games out of a playoff spot. But
Yeah,
that
yeah,
doesn't matter. Even if you
yeah,
were,
yeah.
if you were neck and neck with the Dodgers, you save
You save
that
you
player.
you save each other, and
I don't care the player's hitting 210.
yeah.
You save him.
And I
You don't
have
want
seen
him. You don't want him going into no man's land like that. You just
no,
don't.
and
Amazingly, Freddie came back the very next night, PJ, and played.
yeah,
He
he's
was in the
incredible.
lineup the next night.
Yeah, he's incredible.
What a tough dude, man.
He
So
is a tough dude, and I love his mindset. All the Dodgers need his mindset. His mindset is he hasn't taken off a game since May, and he will not take a game off. And
no,
that's the one thing I wish too for the Dodgers, the constant juggling of their lineup, which Dave likes to do, is injurious to like I'll give you an example. Betts hit 2 home runs back to back in nights. He sat him the next night. You don't do that. Timing is everything. You let these guys, when they're on a roll, and this is what Freddie understands, let them play. Let them play. They're big boys. Let Muncy play. You take Muncy out because you say you're resting him. Guess what happens at third base? They get hits over, whether it be Kike or whomever's head. And those things that Muncy would have picked up and made the throw suddenly aren't there. Freddie Freeman, if he does take a night off, you saw what happened. The throw to first, nobody can stretch like Freddie. He's a big
no,
dude.
he's an amazing first baseman.
And he scoops. He stretches and scoops like no one I've ever seen.
The
So
best.
all these little things, it all messes with the timing. You've got to let these players play. If someone's in a big hole, okay, then you sit them for a game or two so they can watch and think about it. Stop pulling our primary players out and having them sit. It's messing with everybody's timing, and it's not the right thing to do. I'll argue with anybody about that. They say it's a long season. You got to rest these players. No, 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 no. These players are paid a ton of money. They're professional athletes. They'll play every day and want to play every day. So let them play. Just let them play.
Don't count out the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
They lost yesterday. St. Louis. Their rookie sensation. Joshua Baez hit 3 home runs in his first three at bats in his major league debut, which was amazing, making history in Wrigley Field. But
Unreal.
still,
Yeah.
Cubs are tough.
Oh, yeah.
Cubs are right there with the Dodgers. They have to apply themselves every game. You can't just insert Diaz anymore.
Yeah.
You got to pick and choose with Diaz. I know he's a closer. I give him one or two more shots, and that's it. Because every game is precious, and these are 2-game swings. With Milwaukee, these
Yes.
are 2-game swings. But to talk about big swing, the Lakers. Mark Walter took a big swing with the Lakers. 14 months ago, buys the Lakers for $10 billion,
Yes.
sells them 14 months later for $12.5 billion to Bob Iger and Joshua. This was stunning, stunning, stunning.
Completely stunning. And I mean, when you get in trouble with the federal government, you need to pay off some bills. Don't you wish you could just sell something and pull a fast $2.5 billion out to settle debts and stuff? And that's what he did. It was brilliant to buy the Lakers, but you'd
I mean,
want
but
to.
Kushner, Laker fans, they're reeling, PJ.
Oh
They're
yeah,
reeling, and Magic, gave it the seal of approval because he and Bob Iger have a long relationship.
yeah,
Kushner has never owned, a team of this magnitude.
no,
Neither is Iger. I mean, Iger's owned, obviously propped up Disney, made Disney, a money-making machine, did an amazing job, Bob Iger. But Bob Iger was a Clipper fan. He
yeah,
comes from New York, 20 years ago. He hated the Lakers. He hated because he's a Knicks fan.
Of
So he
course.
became a Clipper fan.
Yeah.
And that's why his relationship with Chris Paul, that's why Chris Paul may enter the front office, for the new Lakers. But the bottom line is they're calling it an asset. That hurts, they call it the Lakers an asset. That hurts me so much, PJ.
I
They're not
know
an
it.
asset. They're the fabric of the city. They're the soul of the sea of God.
A
They're not
family.
an asset.
They're like
The Lakers are the heartbeat of the city.
yeah, and the
The
heartbeat
Lakers
is,
and Dodgers, Dodgers, of course, overcome the Lakers the last
yeah,
10 years. But still, what the Buss family has built, this iconic franchise, not just in America and the world, and you're calling it an asset, and to be it flipped, like a freaking condo after 14 months, that hurts. It really hurts. I mean,
yeah. I get you.
it's like it's just a possession. It's
Yeah.
not just a possession.
These guys at that level, Vic, are playing chess.
Yeah,
They're just playing chess. They didn't look at the Lakers as a family team. What did they do when they bought it? They got rid of everybody. Every family member. They kept Jeannie just because that was protocol and the right thing to do. But she's the governor of a team. What does that really mean? It means, enjoy your money and go away. And so the family element of this went away right away. As soon as he bought the team, it went in a different direction. I always looked at the Lakers like obviously the class of the NBA, and they still are. And but they were like you'd think of the Cowboys in football. I mean, they're America's franchise. They're just unbelievable. You can't touch them, but all those homey things, of the family are gone. So, and you can't get those back. They're not coming back. It's kind of like when O'Malley sold the Dodgers. That was a crushing blow
that
in
was
the
stunning. That was stunning as well.
and so
But right now these franchises are going for tens of billions of dollars now. It's not the money. When a fan looks at their team, they're not looking at the monetary value of the franchise.
yeah,
It's emotional investment.
by
And the
far.
Lakers, have been built over the last, 60 years by the Buss family.
Yeah,
And to see it, it's not disintegrating, but the change is shocking.
yeah,
To be bought twice within 14 months,
yeah.
it's
Well, treat it as an asset.
you should be treating it like the gold, the gold that it is. It's beyond gold. It's beyond the currency.
Yep.
It's the passione corazon of an entire city. And listen. I hope Bob and Joshua do well with the team. I think they will, because I know Iger, loves basketball. They're both basketball fans, and they understand the Buss tradition. That's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
How they're going to run it, they don't even know yet. They don't know, what kind of change. But all I know is Luka has the Camp Luka going at Slovenia
Yeah.
this week.
That's where I want to go. I want to go to Slovenia and
Camp
be
Luka.
with Camp Luca. I really do. I want to sit there with him. That would be nirvana. That would be the
Wouldn't
best.
that be wonderful?
Oh my God.
Team bonding and
Yeah. Oh, come
having
on.
fun at night in Slovenian nights with Luka Doncic.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, that's pretty much hope heaven.
That's who.
Again, I want to give love to Russell Westbrook,
Yes.
retiring after 18 years. PJ,
Yeah.
there's no one played the game like Russell. Russell, I mean, this was, you talk about hairs on fire. He invented the phrase.
He did.
Every possession was life and death.
Yep.
Played with a disdain for death. That's what he played. So few players ever. Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe played like that. And Kobe even said that Russ was his favorite player. That's what Kobe Bryant said of
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He played,
No.
a la Kobe.
Everybody's
With that
favorite player.
insane fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody could lead a point like him. I mean, he's an incredible player. He'll be missed, but what a career. I mean,
18 years, those dunks, the ferocity of his dunks,
yes.
the
Victor,
way
we
he
got
attacked glass,
to
unprecedented in the NBA. I mean,
yeah.
no one attacked
Nobody.
like Russ. Maybe Kobe, Michael Jordan. They attack glass
Yeah.
like Russ. But when Russ finished with that flourish, man, and he just every play was like his last play. So great career, Russell Westbrook at a UCLA, losing a high school here in Los Angeles. Great career, and incredible dresser. I mean,
Oh,
he
always.
really
Oh,
changed the world of fashion.
yeah. No, he's a fashion plate. And now wait till you see
Incredible.
him. Yeah, it's going to get better now because now
Yeah.
he's going to be doing more interviews. He has more time. It's just going to get better. So
Incredible. Yeah, fashionista.
yeah, he's a
Russia,
fashion.
people put him down for his fashion like it's too crazy. No, it's not.
Oh no,
Beautiful.
it's
It's
fun.
beautiful.
All right,
So,
Victor, we got
like
to
I said,
go. We got to go, buddy. We're overtime here. We're going into overtime. We
listen, I
got
want
to
to
do it.
thank you, PJ. I want to thank my beloved bride, Yuko Sakamoto. You know, at the Gong, and she had a she had a health issue last week, but she's
Yeah,
come back.
she
The
has.
warrior she is.
Thank God,
So
she's
bless you,
doing great.
Yuko.
She's doing
Thank
great.
you, Chris Donovan.
Yes.
Ones and twos, the greatest producer on the planet. Dave Cardona, graphics master. Thank you, DC. Thank you, PJ. Great show once
Thanks,
again.
Victor.
Thank you
You
so
too.
much.
Take
Thank you
care of
for all your
yourself.
love.
Yeah, thank you. And we'll see you soon. Feeling you right here.
Victor Brick Jacobs and PJ, stream us however you get us. We love you. And as they say on the prairie, I'm feeling you. Yeah.